Do you want to learn how to do this?
All right, y'all. So the first thing you want to do is open up CapCut or whatever editing software you're going to be using. Go ahead and select the clips that you just filmed. Now, I'm going to explain how I filmed this, why I also edit it. So when you film, you want to make sure you're standing in the same spot for each clip. So I like to put tape on the floor so I can remember exactly where I was standing. So start off in the outfit you plan on changing out of. You want to go ahead and give the camera a wave and then look to each side as if you're looking at the graphics as they appear. Then go ahead and cut it and line it up with the next clip in the outfit that you just selected. Now we're going to add the graphics later on. I just wanted to explain how to film it and cut it the best way possible so that the transitions look really smooth and seamless. Now there's also a couple little things that you can do while you're filming to also make your transition smooth. So for example, if you plan on changing into heels, what I like to do is do a little jump or a little bounce so that it looks like you're literally just bouncing up into the heels. So you can just stand on your tippy toes, and then when you cut the edit, it literally looks so smooth, like you just bounced into the heels. Now I went ahead and sped this up, but what you're going to do is just go ahead through the rest of your videos and chop everything up and splice it together. Now remember, the goal is to get it to look something like this. Now let's go ahead and jump into the graphics. So what I recommend, if you're going to be trying on clothes you just recently purchased, go ahead and take screenshots of the clothes from the website. Now if you're trying on clothes you've made have for a while and there's not pictures available online, you're going to have to take the pictures yourself. So just try to pair it against a white background. And what I love the most about the new iPhone update is you can just hold on to that image and it's going to go ahead and remove the background for you. If not, if you don't have an iPhone or if it's not updated, go ahead and just add the images into whatever background removal software you may have, and then boom. Now they're ready to put into your graphic design software. So I'm personally using PicMonkey. I love it. I've been using it forever, but you can use whatever software you want to use. Now I like to take a screenshot of the video so I can make sure I'm framing everything up. I go ahead and add circles behind it. I created a little bar earlier that has like a little video game type style to it. And then go ahead and remove the background from everything. And once you add it in, it's going to look similar to this. Now it's up to you how you want your design to look. You can use circles, you can use squares, triangles, whatever you want to do, make it your own, make it unique. But this is the vibe I was going for. All right, y'all. So now that we have our graphics created, let me go ahead and show you how I insert them. Go ahead and click overlay and then start adding each graphic in. What I like to do is frame them up so that it looks like they're appearing as I look at each graphic. Once you do that, you want to line them all up to stop or disappear at the same time. So it's like a nice transition when you switch into your outfit. Then go ahead and add a fade in transition to each one, and it should look something like this. Now this is cute, but we want to spice it up a bit more. So we're going to add some more moving elements. So this is a downloadable graphic from the internet. You want to go ahead and remove the background by clicking blend and then filter, and you'll see that black background removes itself right away. Now I want to turn it white just so I can blend it in more with the video. So in order to do that, you're just going to drop the saturation all the way down and then go ahead and frame it up with each graphic. So you're going to go ahead and repeat these steps. Now something that's a little difficult about editing on your phone on CapCut, whenever you try to duplicate it, it doesn't put it on top of the other clip. So you do have to repeat the steps with each one of the graphics, and then you can add some more moving elements to spice it up a little bit more. So I went ahead and I added that loading graphic bar, and of course what I made earlier, that custom graphic at the top. Now here's what it's going to look like again. Now we're going to explain exactly how we're going to make the mouse move and how we're going to get all of this text and all that good stuff in. So I feel like the text is kind of self-explanatory. I just try to select whatever looked like a video game type font and then just stretch it all the way out for the whole video. Now with the overlay, in order to make sure you can stretch the mouse over the whole video, you want to make sure that you're adding it on top of overlays that are already there. And then go ahead and repeat the steps from earlier to create that start game button. And let's get into keyframes now. Now the way keyframes work is how the mouse is going to look like it's moving by itself. So what you're going to do is select this icon right here. Go ahead and make sure the mouse is at a fair position below, and then you're going to drag it to the start game button once it's getting ready to disappear. So it looks like you just clicked the button and started the game. Add another keyframe. Move it to the side a little bit. Once again, you want to make it look natural, like you're just clicking a game, and then add another keyframe and then repeat those steps with each one of the outfits that you're going to select. So you don't need too many keyframes because you want to make sure that it's moving natural. Now, in order to spice it up even more, we're gonna add some audio of a mouse click sound whenever you're clicking or whenever it looks like you're selecting an item. So just go ahead and frame that up with each one of the keyframes of the items that you're selecting. All right, so now that we're finished, it's gonna look something like this. Now, there's different advantages to using different editing softwares. I also did this in Final Cut Pro because it's a lot easier to do it on a desktop. You can also use CapCut on a desktop, but I'm gonna be releasing a tutorial as well of how I did it in Final Cut Pro if you wanna check that out. It just moves faster sometimes with being able to copy and paste certain things that you actually have to do over and over again in CapCut unless you're doing it on a desktop. So just keep in mind there's different ways you can edit these things. Now, if you're interested in more details about content creation or more content creation tips or my personal process, I did release an ebook recently. It's called Create with Confidence, an A to Z guide to content creation. Please check it out. If you want to go ahead and purchase, make sure you use my discount code TNT for 50% off. Of course, you guys can always ask me questions in the comments or send me DMs. But until next time, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial.